Guys, can you hear me? How about now? I am being heard. And now I have nothing to say. All right. Carol and I, um, we couldn't make the link work. It wasn't working on her phone. Uh, she would have had to download a bunch of apps, and we just couldn't make it to work. So she asked if I could call. When Carol Howe asks you to call, you call. So we were talking, and I had the idea, hey, I wonder if I can click on the live stream and go live, but we have an audio call. And then that way the chat can join in. You know, you could hear our conversation, which was brilliant, except it didn't work. Um, so yeah, it didn't work. But um, Carol and I were talking on the phone, and Carol is someone who visit HOWE, visit her YouTube page. She has all 365 lessons up. Uh, she has tons of videos. She's a huge inspiration. She's author of several books. She wrote the autobiography of William Thetford, who was the co-scribe of A Course in Miracles. The Course would not be the Course without Bill. Um, and she was telling me about a new book that she's writing. And then we started talking about one of my favorite subjects, trust. Trust that you will be provided for. Everything that you need is available, and you will be guided to it. But you need to trust. You need to know, have that faith that you're on point, and you need to consult. In Course in Miracles, we consult with the Holy Spirit, but you might say you consult with the Tao. I hope you don't walk away, Carl. Peep says, what is the most wise advice you have for someone who's in deep despair? I tell you what, Peep, I don't have advice for you. Sometimes advice is helpful, sometimes it isn't. But here's what I will do. You can come in here whenever you are in despair, and I will look in the camera and I will tell you that I love you. I will tell you that you're not alone. I will tell you that you are a beloved child of the universe and that you're here for a reason. You might not know what the reason is. You might not believe that there is a reason, but there is. I can tell you that I have been there. I have been there in a very, very um, sadly profound way. Uh, and I came through. Now I found myself down there in that pit of despair several times again. I did not climb my way out. I didn't do it by force. I was lifted out by love and by inspiration. And it was not the love that you think it might be, it was the love of something higher. You can call it God, but you don't have to. You can call it inspiration or the universe. Brandon says, hey, Brandon, I know how you guys could have done it if you both joined Discord. It goes through the phone at the same time as you're on live. I've done it before. Well, thank you for that, Brandon. Uh, she wasn't able to get on. She didn't have the YouTube app on her phone, and that was causing the trouble. And you know, it required all kinds of different types of passwords, and it didn't work out for now. But she said, you know, we can try again. I might try to do a Zoom thing sometime. That seemed to be good, Tiger King. Although this one's making some noise, not bad noise, just asking for attention. Brandon says, my daughter walked by and said, that guy in your phone looks like you. Well, you must be one heck of a good looking guy, Brandon. Carl says, we're not popular, Tiger King. I don't know about that, Carl. I think you are pretty popular. We're not going to be super long on this live because um, I'm just glad that I made it and I got a chance to talk to you. Peeps, my friend, we are here for you. This was for me, definitely the oddest live stream that I was sitting here looking in and having a conversation, but um, and I knew you guys couldn't hear me, but Taco Night, Taco Tuesday. Did you guys chant? Kundalini King Aaron says let's do some chanting. I'm just cruising on up here. Hey, Long John, how are you? Brandon says, I believe we are some handsome men. I agree with you too. Oh, Eric, do you mind to take my tablet? I will. I will take it now. Thank you, Tiger King. Fred says we'll keep on working. Awesome, Fred. So your clothes are drying at your house? Creep says, I appreciate the sentiment. One of the things with advice, Peep, is what worked for me might not have worked for you. But when we talk about love, we're talking about a universal inspiration that works for anyone, regardless of the situation they find themselves in. Semper says, "Big boy, who's a big boy?" Longton says, "Not bad, hanging in there." Carl says, "I'm giving up on tablets." This is just a sleep supplement. It's 1 milligram of melatonin. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate the conversation, my friend. Guys, give me 10 more minutes of your time and we'll wrap it up. Be good to end. I haven't ended a live stream early in a while. Man, I had, you know, I'm sorry you could not have listened to Carol. Um, the reason why I couldn't hang up is because it's Carol. Um, Carol is one of two people who knew all four of the original people who brought the Course of Miracles into the public attention. The two scribes, Kenneth Wapnick, who, in my opinion, was the heart and soul of the Course. Judy Scutch, who was just pivotal, and she became a great, great teacher. She was mentor to David Hoffmeister, who was a guest here. L-Dog is a member. You were gifted a membership. What's up, L-Dog? Peep says, how can you change a worldview that's solidly set in nihilistic thinking when you're convinced there's no true meaning to any of it? It's a great question. So, Peep, from your perspective, there certainly is no meaning in any of this. You're absolutely right. There's zero meaning in anything that you see. However, guess what? You get to give everything that you see meaning. You get to assign meaning to anything. That's the good news. But be very careful what you're assigning meaning to and the meaning that you're giving it. Do you want to assign the meaning of continuing that nihilism? Here's the thing. Nihilistic view is a view of emptiness, right? But emptiness serves as capacity to hold everything. Emptiness is the capacity for love, every bit of it. So the amazing thing, I wouldn't hang up on you, Carl. There's two parts of your mind. There's the ego. The ego sees zero meaning in anything, or it will assign meaning. What's in it for me? But you have another part of your mind, and this is the only part that's real. This is the part that it is for and of God, your right mind. And only that mind is true. Everything else is a dream. It's an ego's dream. So you can, the fact that right now you feel in a nihilistic place, you can get in touch with that right side of the mind. You literally ask. If you don't mind that term, Holy Spirit, ask the Holy Spirit, show me the meaning of this. Show me the meaning of this. I got a little bell here. Show me the meaning of this bell. Show me the meaning of this body. Show me the meaning, whatever, and wait and listen. Don't settle on the first answer that you hear. Listen. That silent voice of intuition that tells you only love is real will show you all the meaning that you need to have. Trust. Trust, my friend. And I'm working on that with you. I don't know what L Dog's about. Uh, L Dog is saying Tiger likes hammers. Okay, I like hammers too. Might be my favorite tool. Maybe a wrench. If you get a big enough wrench, man, you can wrench stuff. You can hammer things. You can do a whole lot with a wrench, but with a hammer, all you can do is hammer. But you got that little nail remover that can also act as a crowbar. So maybe hammers and chains. I like chains too for working out. I used to, man, one of my favorite things instead of going to a fitness store was going to a hardware store. I used to be a nail bender. It's a lost art. It's a very big technique. Bending thick nails. Um, and you got to wrap it in canvas. So 2 canvas pieces of cloth. You bring it up by the chin, and then you bring it down to the chest, and you close it up. It's a good workout too. I would do it at the end of my workout when I was already tired. What's up, Marlon? But also chains. You can do a whole lot of workouts with the chains. Put them around your shoulders when you're doing pull-ups or dips. Put a bunch around your shoulders, and then just put many dips as you can. Take a chain off. Do as many trips as you can. Dips. Take a chain off. Take all of them off. Do as many dips as you can. I heard that, Carl. I heard you mention that before. Hey, Evan. Well, I still jog on occasion. I still run when I want to. Would I ever do it the way I used to do it? Every day, 7 days a week, and race? I don't know. I don't know. I thought about it. It would have made a difference in a previous relationship. Um, Maybe that's why I didn't do it. You know, to learn how to let things go, to learn how to have new things come in. I don't know. Just occurred to me. Or I said, weird. Hear more opening. I haven't biked in a long time, Tiger King. Michael says, I only want him when I'm scared. And I have it on good authority that someone who can carve a decorative wooden spoon, varnished, out of a single tree is not scared of anything. So that means Michael never runs. Now, I mentioned that, Tiger King. I don't, it's been a long time since I biked. I thought about getting an electric bike for transportation, and Kat said I would probably blow myself up. And I think she might be right. Who, Nath? Nathan's a good friend. Nathan's a good friend of ours. You've met Nathan before. Michael says, you know me too well, Eric. It's like this. All right, I apologize, guys. This live stream did not turn out the way I expected it, but I did. Again, I did have. I wish I could have shared that conversation. It ended up being just news that I needed to hear. Carl, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Aaron says, "I love my who's Quavma. Did I get that even remotely right? 572 XP chainsaw. What's it do? What's it do that makes it a special?" Carl says, "Is Nate who I think?" Yep, probably. Tiger King says, "Welcome because he makes me low and sad. That's why." Longjan says, "Yogi's my friend." Absolutely, I'm your friend, Longjan. Peep says, "Please, what did I miss, Peep? Did I miss a question?" Hey, Pip, if you want to hang out with us, we will do our best to just send you love. I cook up a huge meal I love every single day. I don't know if I agree with that there, L Dog. Marlon says, "Well, hey, Nath." Sniper says, "Second block today, made by cake." The first one will unblock you, Tiger King. Sniper. I have been in and out of that situation, as have others. Charlie says, "Been here listening. Sorry to hear about the technical issues tonight." Thanks, Charlie. Um, I did end up having a wonderful, wonderful conversation. With our friend Janet this afternoon. Zephyr says, "I hope so. I thought a veil come down on me when I found out." Um, there's a lot at play, and it is all in that individual's mind. And they go through these cycles. Is my question still on your log? What was the question, Pete? About the nihilism? Yep, I gave you an answer. I don't know if you heard, my friend. Michael says, "Sorry, I've been missing an action, Yogi. I've been busy trying to do some stories. I've seen your shorts, by the way, up on this channel. If you like Twilight Zone, you'll like these kind of stories. Awesome." Oh, because call you Big Boy Eric. That's why Jabba stumped in. I didn't see that comment. Pete, reductionism. That I would have no answers on. Michael says, "Yogi, I'm finally doing content on the channel now. I have 3 stories and a live and 1 music hangout. Awesome, Michael. You're on a roll." Sepper, I do want to talk more about what you're going through. I'll send you a message. Tiger King says, "Eric's send block, been more happy in myself." I don't block people either, Carl. I'm not saying I haven't, but I don't have a practice of it. I blocked one person and multiple accounts of his when um, it got it just got too much. Hey, Runner Boy. Peep says, "I value your opinion. Last time I saw you, you had a great quote about the only truth of the past." Um, past being in the past, and I chewed on that. It's a wonderful quote. That again is from A Course in Miracles, and it is the one wholly true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. And that nope, it was not Laradox. Laradox isn't banned. Laradox has never been banned. Past is the past. Is that so for celebrities that get caught out? What do you mean, L Dog? That's so for everyone. Where else could it be? Wonder what Laradox is doing now. He was on. He's got a different name. He was on Sniper. How long ago was it? 2 days ago? Might have been yesterday. Long John says, Tiger King, how you doing, bud? Just wondering. So 3 days ago. So here's the thing about blocking people: short-term fix for the long-term issue, and the issue is always ours. Ours. It's never anyone else's. No one's really pushing your buttons. Here's the question: where's your button located? Do you actually have a launch pad somewhere inside your head that someone can reach out and start pressing buttons to make you feel a certain way? And would you want anyone to have that power over you? Wouldn't you rather be free? Hey, Jamie, wouldn't you rather be free, liberated, unconcerned by what anyone says about you, about themselves, about anyone? That's your superpower. You can do that. Hey, Willow, Willow, how are you? What the email have to say, Carl? So, Tiger King, you could have that superpower. Comes with practice. It's the magic of forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't saying, I forgive this person for saying this about me. That would be ridiculous. Forgiveness is saying, you know what I think happened didn't actually happen. Didn't actually happen. Well, but you know what? Sniper still has that power, Tiger King. You have the power to choose how you want to respond to everything and anything in this chat. That's it's a great source of power. Imagine tapping in that whenever you wanted. Willow says, I'm struggling and putting pressure on me. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. I just want to be normal, not me. Willow, you are normal in the way that any single one of us is normal. You're completely, wonderfully, uniquely Willow. No one else can fill that role. And you do it perfectly and beautifully. I don't know if it's a matter of not wanting to be who we are. I've been there for much of my life. As it is coming to learn, not just to accept ourselves, but to love ourselves for all of our uniqueness, for all of the things that seem like issues, all the things that we don't like about ourselves. It's okay to be who we are. If you see someone and you don't like their past, it won't be past is the past. It will be get away, you're banned. Would it? I guess if you think that way, sure. But you know what? There's always another way of thinking. We're not bound to be one way. And hey, I think our relationship is proof that that's not always so. Right, L Dog? I think my relationship with a few people here proves. Burner Boy says my list grows ever so long. Birthday presents, things you have to buy for people. Am I on that list, Runner Boy? Am I at the top of the list? Am I getting a gift? Is what the entire conversation is coming to? Runner Boy, are you planning a surprise party for me? Did I just ruin the surprise? Should I buy a new shirt? I got questions, Runner Boy. Help me out with this. Tiger King says, happy now, like people in here? I'm glad you're happy, Tiger King. They wanted to know why I wasn't gaining subscribers. I've been stuck. And subscribers too, Carl. I've been stuck. I've gotten so close to hitting a 9K. And then bam, I'm 31 away from hitting 9K. And then what happens when I hit 9K? I will get like 9,001, and then people will unsubscribe and put me at 8,999 for another week before I finally reach that critical point where you stay above. I thought I would be at 9K. I thought it'd be at 10K by now, to be honest with you. Well, we're being honest, I might need to come to terms with I have limited appeal. I'm not as popular as I think I am. I'm not as funny as I think I am. I'm definitely not as charming as I think I am. Longer says Tiger Sniper has no power over Eric. It's the power of love. It's the power of friendship. He says that's a long list. Runner Boy says, yes, Yogi, I'm coming to your house, but when you least expect it. Well, when I least expect it, I'll be expecting it. Now you've given it away. Now I know when you're coming. Wait a minute, I'm not suspecting it now. Now I'm just getting paranoid. Hey, Duncan. Duncan, how are you? My friend. Runner Boy says, well, I find I don't get subs from shorts like I used to. I used to get like 20 subs from 1K short, but now I'm lucky to get one. I don't get many subscribers from shorts. I get subscribers from live streams. I get subscribers by making videos and saying, please, guys, please, I want to be popular. Duncan says, Eric, did you get someone to help you with your subscribers? Did someone offer to promote the channel? I have gotten people offered to promote the channel. No one's helped me. It's been growing, steady. I've hit a sticking point. I always hit a sticking point when I get close to hitting that one of those milestone numbers. Except it says telepathy. Runner Boy says, little do we know that Sniper holds the string that puppets Yogi's every thought. Hey, I take exception to that. I don't like that at all. And after I ask Sniper if it's okay if I reply to it, I'm going to give you a very stern reply in return, as long as Sniper lets me know exactly what I'm supposed to say. That's not true, Carl. I've done my best to help you. Longa says your morning live streams are really good for the people in this group, though. Thank you, Long John. Carl stuck at 116. Well, Carl, I will do my best. As I gain subscribers, I will help you gain subscribers. Long John, I appreciate hearing that. Tiger King says, Long John, I really like you from the bottom of my heart, but I don't believe that Sniper has got so much power over Eric and Brown Envelope and Touch. And that's Tiger King. Why do you say something like that? When for one, you're accusing me of doing something too. And then you come in here and you say that you're my friend and that you're happy to be here. And I've asked you to be nice and to be kind whenever possible. And you say something like that. So how am I supposed to take that, Tiger King? Let's see. Duncan says, Rita asks, is that on the face of it, if I'm being honest, it looks like it has been artificially boosted by someone. The views do not affect the subs. I can see that. Um, well, I was cooking along for a while. I've hit a few bumps in the road. Um, so, but actually, I do pretty good. And since switching gears and having guest up, a lot of people from other communities, of course, Miracles communities have come by and they've subbed. Evan says, "You have ever have sore knees before?" I do. If you want to know how to fix sore knees, go over to Duncan Walsh. He's got a video on how to fix sore knees. Yeah, I've had people approach me. I wonder if people have approached you to boost your channel. It happened to me. The subs are not genuine subs. Agreed. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of non-genuine subs here. But as long as they got genuine people showing up on the live stream, I'm good with that. Willa says, is it bad? Sometimes I just wonder if only was different. I have so many problems, so many enemies. I can't imagine why you would have enemies. Hardly anyone I can trust. This show is different, and I'm not sure how to, I don't know, accept who I am. Let's work with that, Willow. Let's you and I talk privately. Here's the thing, it isn't bad. I had feelings like that for much of my life. Some of the reasons I got into some aspects of spirituality, especially non duality, was the promise of erasing who I was. One of the reasons why I drank was the promise of erasing who I was. When I drank, I could be someone else for a short time, pretend. But I have learned to not only accept myself, I've learned to love myself. Says Duncan, I think some are second channels that sub and only watch with the first channel. Yep, that's probably true as well. Aaron says quality over quantity. Then the quantity happens. Thank you. Thank you for that. I've had guests on that brought some of their communities, like Lisa Natoli. Uh, man, she brought like 40 people show up, and all of them subbed. One live stream. So Kundalini says, I'm here for A Course in Miracles and for your amazing community that is forming around you, Yogi. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Hey, let's keep it amazing. And the only way we can keep it amazing is one, I probably have to trim my beard. That might be making people leave. Um, and two, most importantly, being kind to each other. If you come here only occasionally and you come here and you're stirring up trouble, um, please don't. If you come in here and you say that you're my friend in any way, come in and be my friend. Don't worry about anyone else. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Come in here and be my friend. If you don't want to be my friend, um, I can't make you change your mind. I wouldn't even try. But maybe out of respect, everyone who's on here, I don't care who it is, everyone who's on here, I like and I appreciate. I absolutely love. So when you pick on anyone that I love, you're picking on me as well. Duncan says, that's great to hear. And do you have many more lined up for the future? Yep. I pretty much have everyone booked up, every day booked up for the week up until the weekend, and then maybe some people on the weekend. Uh, we have regular appearances. I'd love to have a ask a fitness question with Duncan Walsh once a month. Would be awesome. Ask Duncan Walsh 40 workouts, Duncan Walsh fitness motivation, Duncan Walsh billionaire syndrome. Ask a question once a month. What do you think, Duncan? Kundalini King says they grow or they go. Naturally, 100% of the time. Um, Duncan says, sure, let's set it up. Awesome. I'm I'm ready to start this month. Send me an email with whatever available days. I'm live 7 days a week. 1 o'clock, 5:25 are the two times that I have guest up. Um, 1 o'clock is generally Miss Blipper's time on Mondays. 5:25 on Wednesdays is generally Sniper's time. Both of them have been amazingly flexible with me, which I appreciate. My boy says, Yogi, thing, let it go right now. Sniper commands it. Oh man, I'm afraid I might pull a muscle trying to resist the mind control. I hear Sniper's voice asking me to sing Sharona. No, no. Why do I get this sudden urge to sing Never Gonna Let It Go, Never Gonna Let You Go? Why do I feel like I'm being rich rolled right now in my mind? I was this close to actually singing it or trying to. Well, says, yeah, I mean, I know it's confusing. Uh, Yoda, but yeah, that's my dog's name. Duncan says, I'm in the process of creating a free download of tips, hacks, etc. for over 50 type fitness, both physical and psychological. Awesome. Hey, is your book on Amazon now? Duncan says, what's the status of the body at the moment? My back still hurts, but not in the same way. It's almost like continuously sore. Been doing a lot of high rep squats. Uh, 30 reps, 40 reps. I did 50 the other day, not with heavy weight. Tomorrow I'm going to squat. Tomorrow's a squat day after the kettlebells. Only 90 pounds. I'm going to shoot for 30 plus reps with 90. One boy says, I'm ashamed to say that I've been rickrolled before uh, on YouTube videos. Sniper gets me every couple of months. Tiger King, sorry if I upset Eric from the bottom of my heart. Please read this. So here's the thing. I don't need you, Tiger King. You don't have to get along with Sniper. Sniper doesn't have to get along with you. Although I think that Tiger King, if you realize it, what a great teacher Sniper has been for you. But I do ask you to at least respect the fact unless Sniper wants to, he's not going anywhere. Sniper's my friend. He's doing me a great favor. Um, and he's been doing me a great favor for 2 years now. So, like I said, if you, it's hard when you're always fighting with someone who's a friend of mine. And I have Sniper's back the same way I've had your back. I don't like people saying things about you, and I do what I can to discourage it. I ask people not to. So when you say things about Sniper, I got to ask the same of you. One of us says I've taken this week off basically since at a new gym, so I'm testing all that stuff out this week. I saw you posing. I saw you flexing in the mirror. Sorry, I can't spell. Just a heads up, Yogi knows, but just in case, have to say I can decipher it. If you have any trouble, I can decipher it. Separation, purification, renunciation, reunification. Sorry, Tiger, Runner Boy. You're looking pretty big, man. I think with the squats, the wider leg position takes the pressure off the lower back, creating a more neutral position. I will give that a shot. The bicep insertion is getting better, but it's still pretty sore. Can't do pull-ups yet. Kalini King says, Aaron says, you're 22 and live on your own with livestock. Well, Willow's amazing. 7 months. Nikiza, congratulations. Congratulations. You're a big inspiration, my friend. I know, Tiger King. It isn't nice. And I've asked everyone if they could at least be nice to each other. I don't know why, it's not a difficult thing. Go into someone's live stream, be nice and respectful for the other people who are there, especially for the people who show up all the time. I wouldn't want to block a moderator, um, because like Semper says, they can still see you, but you can't see them. Man, if I was a paranoid type, I'd be like, man, what are they? What is he writing about me that I can't see? Hey, I haven't tried that, Duncan, but I will. I have a tennis ball just downstairs. A lot easier to apply pressure. You should be able to isolate a really sore point, massage the sore point. Thank you, Duncan. This is what you'll get when Duncan comes up once a month. Then immediately very cold water ice. Aaron says, I don't know what you all doing in the chat. I never know what's going on in the chat. You block mods so you don't have to see their words. But then you miss seeing people's words. What's the point in being in a chat if you don't see people's words? Aaron says about a deep tissue massager last night. It's a game changer. I have a TENS machine. The little electric stimulation. I can't find a charger for it. So there is another way, everything that we're doing, there is another way. Duncan says, when was the last time you took a visit to the bookstore? You should treat yourself. I would love to take a trip to the bookstore, Duncan, and I'd love to treat myself. I'm not in a position to do so right now, though. Maybe someday. But yeah, right now, not in the future. I hope you're good too, Willow. Hey, Christian. One boy has a tens machine too, but my electric tension machine sticky pads are done. I need new ones. Hey, when you send away for new ones, send away for a charger for me, please. I think that would fix me right up, man, if I could get that to work. It is better, but I miss doing pull ups. I have a choice. I could do my kettlebell snatches, which is one of the competition lifts, or I could do pull ups. I can't do both right now. That's what got me into trouble. Travel and cash, both together. I can't find one with a little pinhole. It's got a little tiny. So I can't find one that fits in. Willa says to Aaron, I'll check your channel out. I hope we can be friends. I hope you two can be friends too. I don't see any reason why you can't. You know, just don't pick on my friends. Don't anyone pick on my friends. And everyone here is my friend. That's all I ask. They sell a 10 machine on Amazon for 10 pounds. So they might sell a cable for less. Let me check it out. How much is 10 pounds, by the way? Duncan says, may I ask, is your car up and running? I don't have a car any longer. I had two. I had my car, and I forget what was wrong with it, but it would not pass the emissions test here. And it would have cost me about $3,000 to get that fixed. I didn't have $3,000, and the car was not worth $3,000. So I sold it, which was fine because just after I did that, I inherited my dad's car, which was fine, but it wasn't in my name. The executor of the will uh, had some health issues, and it took her a very long time to finally get it in my name. Uh, when it was in my name, uh, in order for me to get insurance, I had to get it. I had to get it. I had my dad's insurance. In order to switch it over to me, um, when the insurance ran out, and I went to get it in my name, uh, I had to get it inspected, and it wouldn't pass the inspection. So when I took it to the shop to see what it needed, it was about $5,000 to get it back on the road, which I didn't have. Um, so just a series of messed up stuff. I ended up losing two cars. And then there was some family stuff that I had to take care of that erased a bit of my savings. So, hey, everyone leave everyone alone. Yep, two cars. Yeah, I do get food delivered, which is a little more expensive than I want, but I have Amazon Prime, so it's free. That's been worth the investment for me. And I eat um, fairly inexpensive. Yeah, the bookstore is pretty good. It's not as great as it used to be. They started carrying a lot of toys, less books and more toys. Bookstore's not too far. Books is only about 3 miles, but it's on a take a back road to get there, and then I got to go down a highway. Back in the day when I was a kid, I used to play in the fields where that bookstore is. It was a farm. We would sneak over. Charlie says, I love my online bookstore, Thrift Books. That sounds awesome. I might look on Amazon, Runner Boy. That was a good suggestion. We have one called the Waterstones. You would love it, about 4 stories high. Wow. Originally, my bookstore had 2 or 3 rows of all the books that I liked, from 2 or 3 rows of science books, 2 or 3 rows of spirituality, of um, different religions. Now they've reduced it, but now they have, I'm talking like rows bookshelves. Now they have like just shelves, 3 shelves of those books. Hey, so we're gonna wrap things up, guys. Again, this was my weirdest live stream. My guest could not make it, uh, but I ended up getting able to talk to her. I had a conversation when I was live because I thought you might be able to hear her. Could not make that work. Um, and now here we are with me asking everyone to be nice to each other for like the 50th time in the past week. We'll see. Maybe one day it'll work. Maybe one day we actually will be kind to each other. I'm hopeful. No, it's not that far away, Duncan. It's difficult to walk, uh, because difficult to walk. There's 2 highways that I would have to cross, which are pretty busy. I would be yeah, I'd be a little concerned about trying to get across. Got 65-mile-hour speed limit on one, and of course everyone speeds, so they're going 75, 80. All right, that's a suggestion, runner boy. Only the victor remains. Not sure that's something to brag about there, L Dog. You could lift us up. Aaron says, I do next year. Thinking I'm gonna need a new crew. Big money if you're got the grease for this kind of work. I think they just whatever was bothering them, it's no longer bothering them. Although my cat's sitting here meowing at me. Thanks, Tiger King. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Appreciate everyone being here. Man, I made it an hour. I did not think I was going to. Um, thanks for hanging out. Uh, Aaron, I'm glad. I'm glad you got that contract. One boy says I'm trying to get my business up big enough so I can drop my part-time job. That's the goal this year. Awesome, runner boy. I hope you are able to do that. Good night, Owl Dog. Thank you, my friend. You too, Duncan. Aaron says, you think he can demoralize me? Laughing. Yeah, I can't be demoralized either. Hey, Ed. Peace and love, please. Amen to that. Amen, Ed. Thank you. I wonder how many people you could lift up, L Dog. Wonder how many people you could help. I wonder how many people you could love. It's a worthy endeavor to give it a try to. Plenty of people out there who can and want to demoralize you. Don't be that person. Good night, Tiger King. All right. Love y'all. Take care.